Hi everyone, I'm Glenn from the Crow Code, and today I'll be talking about how you can take responsibility to work towards your goals. Don't forget, these are based on my principles and experiences in life. So, let's go. So, you might not have any goals yet because you're still figuring that out. Or you do know what you want, but you keep procrastinating. Like you keep telling yourself, now is not a good time. I'm having issues with family, problems with my partner, or maybe just don't feel like putting in the work. Because let's be honest, who doesn't want to watch some Netflix after a long and stressful day at your job? But why should you have goals? Why should you work towards them? Mainly, I would say it's more important to work towards your goals than it is to achieve them. Because by doing so, you will experience a sense of confidence, a sense of meaning in your life, and a feeling of being in control of your life. As a very concrete example, me making these videos did, at first, not come easily, but by taking little steps, for example, learning about editing videos and practicing standing in front of the camera, I am now at a point where I feel very comfortable and I look forward to making them. Especially editing. I never consider myself to be a creative person, but with editing, I enjoy it so much and I didn't expect that. But it was a nice surprise. But in essence, you don't have to start with everything all at once. By dividing and conquering, you will see progress. And the moment you realize you're making progress, you will want to make more steps. And then you're on track. If you haven't started yet because you haven't found your goal yet, or you're still looking, relax, it's normal. I haven't figured it out myself yet, and I'm sure a lot of people are in the same boat. But however, I do believe it's not a good idea to just wait until you have found your goal. I believe you will find your goal more quickly if you just start working towards a goal that you think you might like. And by doing so, working towards those kinds of goals, you'll obtain valuable experience. And with that experience, information, you just redirect your efforts to the next best goal that you think you might like. And if you are working towards a goal and you're having a good time, by all means continue. The key here is to start making a habit out of being productive. And this has many benefits. Because first of all, you'll expand your knowledge and you'll start to feel more competent. And then when you do find your goal, it will be very easy to just pick it up and start putting in the work. Now, if you are having issues with finding your goal, a good starting point might be one of my first videos on how to communicate with yourself, especially the part where I talk about asking yourself difficult questions. If you do know what you want, but you keep procrastinating, now that requires a different tactic. Let's say, for example, you want to become an actor. You often think about it, you talk about it, and you fantasize what it would be like. But you still haven't taken any steps to get closer to that goal. Now, you might have all the qualities needed to become a really good actor, but it's still your responsibility to make sure that people see those qualities. So you need to take action. A small change in your mindset can get you going. For example, you can go on the internet and look up if there are any acting classes in your neighborhood. Or you can start a YouTube channel to show off your skills to people. By doing so, you're not only improving yourself, but you're also showing to people, I am here and I want this. So how do you actually make a shift in your mindset? First of all, let me start by showing you what I learned in a free online seminar by Tony Robbins, where they talk about vining the dot. So they drew a circle, drew a dot in it, and they gave as example a guy that was starting to teach people about fixing cars. But he was very insecure and he had thoughts like, who am I to teach these people? But you have to find the dot, which is your audience. Once you realize that your audience are people that don't know anything about cars, it becomes a lot more easy to actually take some action. So if you stay with the actor example and you are having doubts about your skills or about not being good enough, you might want to coach your thinking because you're just now starting your journey towards your goal. So it's actually okay to not be good at it. Because by taking acting classes or making YouTube content, you're actually improving upon yourself. So make taking the steps in your head smaller so that the thoughts that are holding you back don't hold all the power. Now talking on how to guide yourself. Sadly, I can't give any guidelines However, I can explain a bit my own process, and hopefully that will help you to make your first steps. So in the beginning, editing seemed very daunting to me, and I was procrastinating all the time. So when I was about to edit my very first video, I realized I was just procrastinating because editing at that time seemed very daunting to me. So I decided to watch editing videos in the background while I was playing video games, just to not make it 100% procrastinating. So I realized that taking the step to start the learning process was too overwhelming. So I decided to start playing video games and watch instructional YouTube videos on editing in the background. So in a way, I tricked myself to stop procrastinating. And while I was watching these videos in the background, I came by a tutorial video by Kevin Stratvert and Faris where they step-by-step explain how to edit a video. And on that exact same day, I actually finished editing my very first video, and I was so excited. So what works for me is to start out by playing video games, and just after a few minutes I actually end up closing it down because the things that I'm learning on YouTube are way more interesting and even fun. So don't try to force yourself to stop procrastinating, but instead add small elements of productivity into your day. And after a while, the fun really starts to kick in. This doesn't mean you don't have to push yourself anymore, but it's a more sustainable way of being productive without actually introducing an all or nothing approach. Now for the exercises. I have 2 exercises for you. The first one is to sit on the couch without any distractions and just think about how you would like to make your living. What excites you or what drives you. And then you take a piece of paper, just to make it visual, you write down your goal and you write down a few things that you can already start doing that will get you closer to achieving that goal. The second exercise is to take one of those steps that you can already start doing to reach your goal. Try something of that list that won't force you to change your daily routine too much at once. Trust the process. The moment you start taking just small steps and a few steps, before you know it, you will want to make more steps because you're seeing the progress. So we have come to the end of the video. I'm Glenn from the Code Code. Thank you for watching, and let's work together to get you closer to a life that you want to lead. Take care.